Hello, my Sagittarius. Welcome to your January reading. I want to say thank you so much for being patient. I know it took me some time to get this video out, but we are here. So how this works is I'm first going to get some general messages for you guys just to see what I can pull for the rest of January. Then I'll dig into a love reading for my singles and my couples. Then we'll look at your finances, and then I'll wrap it up with some oracles. I got a lot of oracles for y'all. So we'll wrap it up with some oracles for some more advice, okay? So what I'm going to do first is just cleanse your cards and say a prayer. Alright, my Sagittarius, let's see what general messages I can pull out for you guys for the rest of January. Let me just see, because this is my Teach Me Tarot deck. I just want to make sure they're all jumbled up really good, because I like to use reverses. Some people only like to use upright in their tarot, but I believe everything ain't glitter and gold, so I do not always use upright only. So all right, Sagittarius, what general messages do we have for Sagittarius for the month of January? What general messages? Some of you guys have to start believing in yourself more, your abilities, your powers, your skills, your worth. All right, so overall energy, we have the Star card in reverse. So this says lack of faith, despair, self-trust, disconnection. So yes, so I just said, you know, really have to believe in yourself, okay? So, all right, let's see what we got going on. We have the Queen of Wands. I feel like there could be somebody around you who could try to bring this out in you, though. Five of Swords. But you might always, like, battle with them. Because it's like, somebody might always kind of encourage you to, like, be more of you. And you're like, I got this. I don't, you know, somebody might question you. Like, how come you don't do this? And you might be like, hey, mind your business. I got this. You know, this is my life. Okay. The Hangman in reverse. Delays, taking your sweet time, getting there, indecision, stalling, resistance. We got the Eight of Cups. I don't know if people used to knock your confidence. Maybe this could be something from a childhood. Like maybe you used to want, maybe, and this happens a lot to kids. Like we're free and, you know, kids don't care about nothing, no type of judgment. And then like somebody makes some remark like, oh, you know, you're ugly. Then you start getting self-conscious. Oh, you're too tall, you're too short, you're too skinny, you're too fat. And then like you start to become more self-conscious. Like, oh, let me cover this, you know, or people just start to talk about little things. And it could be the smallest things. And that always kind of sticks with us. And I feel like that happens to everybody. Unless you just had amazing ass confidence since you were 5. But I feel like before, when you were younger, you might have tried to like really express something about yourself or just who you are, and somebody always tried to dim your light. And I feel like you might be harboring some feelings about that, like deep inside. And that plays a big part in your confidence. And I just myself recently, last year, started to realize where all of my insecurities came from. Like I said, at some point you didn't even give a fuck about them, but then something happened, somebody said something at some point to you, and it kind of always stuck with you, and that's kind of how you have an insecurity, right? So yeah, the Hermit. So it says soul searching, and I like these cards because they have the words at the top. Being alone, inner guidance, and judgment, rebirth, inner calling, absolution. Yes. So, okay. I do believe, so this might be really focusing on some insecurities, okay? So you might really be having to focus on some insecurities that you have. And I feel like you're going to get to the root of them. Or at least, if not even the root of them, learning to accept them. Because they probably aren't going to leave. And it might not even be You might just be magnifying it as well. But I feel like you're going to eventually come out of it more like a rebirth, like they said, and kind of just wash those things away. Like, because the way I look at a rebirth is like, okay, this is me. This is how, these are the things that attach to me. This is how I've always known myself to be. You have a rebirth and it's like a fresh start. So it's like, yeah, I used to have anxieties, or yeah, I used to be insecure about this, but I'm not anymore. I've had a rebirth. So it's like you leave those things behind and you become the person, you know, you start to see yourself as a person who you really, really are, the true beauty of yourself, without looking at all the shadow side popping out and trying to show you, oh, well, this is ugly or this isn't cute about you. Like, those things are no longer there when you have a rebirth. You just see yourself in that white light being beautiful, okay? So let's see what we got. The Devil, the Justice. So somebody... So I was talking about there could be somebody around you who might try to always tempt you. Like, well, somebody knows your insecurities. Let me say that. Somebody knows your insecurities. That's why they might kind of play on it. Like, how come you won't, you know, how come you didn't do this? Or why are you doing that, when they know you're insecure about it? And they might use it against you. Like, oh, yeah. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, they know what they are. Like, it's a, let's say somebody knows you don't know how to, let's say somebody knows you don't know how to throw a ball real good. And so it's like, everybody's like, hey, y'all, let's go play baseball. And you like, no, I don't want to go. And somebody might be like, why don't you want to play? And you be like, bitch, now you know I do not know how to throw a damn ball. You know, it's like they might use it against you, or they might say it, you know, maybe you guys get in an argument, they're like, you don't even know how to throw a damn ball. You know, it's somebody like that, because we got the Devil card and the Justice. So it's like they try to use it. They know about it. And they might try to always bring it out of you. Like, how come you don't, you know, like, what's up, you know? And that could be with this Five of Swords, is maybe that's why the conflict is. But what you don't understand, and that's kind of how you can't also get over insecurities. People try to like, I don't like people to know my weak side, my weak points. So I never try to show when those things affect me. So it's like when somebody like be like, you don't even know how to throw a ball, you be like, I always go to the batting range. Like I throw balls. I hang out with my friends. We play baseball all the time. Like, to kind of shut them up. Or then you be like, well, okay, fuck it, I'm gonna go to the game. I don't care. Or you try to like you use it before they can use it. Like, man, I'm gonna go, but shit, you know, I don't even know how to throw a fucking ball, but I'll still go. Like, you beat them to the punch. That's the type of bitch I am. I like to shut you down before you can even shut me down. Like, yeah, bitch, I know I can't throw a ball. You better hope I don't hit your dumb ass. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, if somebody knows insecurity, that is very manipulative to put it out there and trying to embarrass you in front of somebody else. So, anyways, we got the 10 of Wands reverse, 6 of Cups. I feel like you're just over it. Living in the past, you know, burdens and stuff. It's like you're holding on to something. Somebody knows about some type of insecurity you have. We got the Temperance. The 9 of Wands, because it's like you're delaying it. Insecurities is very tough to deal with. Okay, insecurities is very, very tough to deal with. But yeah, I feel like it's like you try to put it off. You just don't want to deal with it. You try to ignore it. 10 of Cups in reverse. But what you have to understand is when you start ignoring them, you could be like hiding who you are. Insecurities could stop you. Like, okay, like everybody wants to go play baseball. You could have just missed out on a great bonding time with people. You know, because you have that insecurity because you don't know how to throw a ball. 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Perfectionism. So maybe you feel like you might be a big perfectionist. So it's like, until you know how to throw that ball, until you just cracking shit like a major league pitcher, you're gonna always, you know, feel that type of way about yourself. And you might get out there and you might throw just like the rest of people. But you don't know because you avoid a lot of things because you have insecurities. That is a big thing. Avoidance. You always try to avoid those type of situations. Private achievement. Yes. So, you know, And we got the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Disharmony, working alone. So yeah, you might really shy away from things. You might start to notice that about yourself. You might get tired of it. I hope you do get tired of it and start to just live through those insecurities and just let them be a thing in the past. And you know, it could just be something like, yeah, I used to be insecure about this, but you know, just speak of it. Like, yeah, I used to have anxiety, but things don't make me as anxious anymore. You know, I know easier said than done, but all right, Sag. So I'm going to dig into your love reading for my singles. So what is coming towards my single Sagittarius for the rest of January? What can my single Sagittarius expect? I think you have high expectations. King of Swords in reverse, high expectations. Okay, maybe you are kind of cutthroat because King of Swords say whatever the fuck he want to say. Okay, he do not care. It's not like the Queen of Swords. The King of Swords say whatever he want to say. Like, you might be like, bitch, you ain't even, like, you might really like be cutthroat with the mouth. You might feel like nobody measures up to what you expect. Let's see, Sag. Eight of Swords in reverse. Or I feel like maybe somebody has caught your eye. And you trying to, like, it's like you have an expectation. I don't know if it's a person or if you just have an expectation. And you want to see who can, like, meet that. Like, no, it's not right. Five of Cups in reverse. Three of Crystals. Yeah, like, you want to see who can meet that expectation. Who can level up. Who can wow you. I'm getting some arrogance here. You have some arrogance about you in a way, though. Ten of Cups. It's nothing wrong with having standards. Let me be clear about that. It's nothing wrong with having standards, though. I am the same way. It's like, you know, you gotta kind of be a certain way. But you also don't want to be too picky with things. Because you could also be knocking out some people. Like, maybe, okay, they're not perfect. They don't, you know, if you got a list of 10 things and they check off 8, well, damn, that's good. Because maybe you might never find nobody who got that 8. Maybe you'll be stuck with somebody who only has 4 things on your list. You'll never be able to get past somebody who ever has 6. You're like, damn, I should have grabbed that person who had 8. Ace of Diamonds. I feel like certain people have to be worthy of things. There's a lot of arrogance in here. I ain't gonna lie, Sag. The Moon in reverse. Alright, so I feel like it's definitely people out here. They just don't measure up to what you want. Eight of Diamonds in reverse. That's why I feel like somebody caught your eye, or is somebody who you have as a standard. I don't know. This could maybe is a mother, like, you know, I want somebody to look like my, you know, to fit the characteristics of my mother. Or I want somebody to have the same characteristics as my father. But it's like you have something in mind, or you can be like, you know, the one that got away, somebody needs to match them. So why aren't you with that person, that standard? I feel like they weren't a perfect 10 though. And that's the whole point of why surrender at 8 when you might never find nobody even higher than a 6. 6 of Cups. The World card in reverse. Yeah, I feel like you're just seeing as people just aren't measuring up to your standard. The Judgment in reverse. 2 of Crystals. You're watching something. Someone is your model. 2 of Diamonds. Something or someone is your model. It's also important to say this. So let's say you are, let's say it's like a parent that you know, you're like, you know, I really adore my mother. My woman needs to be like my mother. Or I really adore my father. Like, I need a man that's going to be like my father. Also remember, that's not your situation. You're your own person. You act a way. Like, you could be looking for something, but you're not even like the right counterpart to it. You get what I'm saying? Like, you want somebody who's nurturing, but you're not receptive of people who are nurturing. So it's like, make sure your model fits something. No, what? Make sure your model fits something that's like close to you. And you can't be too specific with those things because everybody's situation is different. The way you're going to respond different. The way you're going to respond is different. The way your partner is going to respond is also going to be different. So singles, keep that in mind. So it's like you're trying to figure out what you want, but it's like the model. You have to pay attention to who you're having model this perfect person, okay? And people aren't perfect, so please remember that. So you're not perfect and your person won't be perfect. That's why I said sometimes you have to go with that 8 because you might never find nothing higher than a 6, okay? All right, couples. So couples are people who are like loosely involved, we'll say. What's coming towards my Sag that are with couples are loosely involved? What is coming towards them for the rest of January? Resolution. I see, I'm hearing a word like a peace treaty. It's about to be a lot of changes. 5 of crystals is your overall energy here. So let's see. We got the 7 of swords in reverse. So if it was a lot of conflict, a lot of things going on, these things are going to resolve. The Emperor. The Hierophant in reverse. You're going to try something different. You're not going to do the same stupid shit. You're going to think about why something ended or why you and a partner are having so many problems. And that is really good, Sag. You're going to be like, okay, how can I fix this between me and my partner? Or your partner might step up and be like, how can I fix this? But I feel like either way, both parties, you and your person, are going to finally come together. And I'm hearing the word like peace treaty, like an offering, like, okay, you know what? We got to make this work, okay? All right, Sag. So like I was saying, like I see you guys like really offering a peace treaty. You guys are just like being realistic. Like, okay, I want this to work. What part do I play? What part do they play? Like a lot of maturity. We got the King of Diamonds. Yes. I don't know. I feel like maybe during this time, you really been like trying. This Emperor is like powerful. Father, like the head of the household energy. So I don't know, maybe you've been making sure your money is good. This could be masculine energy, like you can provide. In the Star card in reverse, that is the Aquarius card. But I did talk about, in the general part, I talked about insecurities, right? That is also going to be important. Make sure your insecurities are not interfering with this. Okay? You don't want insecurities to interfere with your connection because you got to make sure you're right before you can join somebody else, right? Okay. Definitely something you're stuck on. It says somebody you want to make work. So, you know, you and your partner might be having conflicts, but I definitely see it being worked out. Page of Cups in reverse here. Be careful not to be dealing with anybody. So we have the Emperor, but the Page of Cups in reverse. That's very immature energy that should not even be in the presence of an Emperor. The Emperor should be with an Empress. So first off, you don't want to bring old baggage to new relationships. And also make sure you're not stepping out. I should say that this is third party. So we're talking about couples. We shouldn't have a third party. Okay. So make sure you're not dealing with a third party. Obviously, if you have something like that, that could be an issue. Make sure you're cutting that off before you try to resolve things. Ace of Swords in reverse. 10 of Diamonds. Okay. So, Sag, you or your partner could really be thinking about the right things to say. Or I feel like some of you guys are really thinking about how the conversation will go. I think you should just have it. Have it. I think it'll go well. We got the Temperance. Ace of Diamonds. Yeah, I feel like you don't know exactly what you want to do. Very, very giving energy. The hell is that? Anyways, if you watch my daily tarot tea that I post today for the 17th, I'm talking about really be careful about how much you give to somebody when it comes to your energy, to your love. And I feel like you guys are big givers. So I feel like you have to give somebody something, which is a sweet gesture, especially when you're dealing with something like this. But maybe don't overthink that. Like, focus more on this, because whoever this is has, like, I definitely see like a peace treaty. Like, I see two people coming together to agree. So it's not like you have to beg for somebody. So don't overthink that. That's why I said just do. The Sun card in reverse. The Queen of Crystals. So, Sag, you could be waiting on your person to speak out or vice versa. And I just feel like it doesn't matter because at the end of the day, you both have the same mindset. Like, I definitely see this resolving. You also have the Ten of Diamonds here. I see this resolving. I see two people mutually wanting to make it work. So it doesn't matter who does it first. So Sag, you can do it first or you can wait till your partner does it first. But that's kind of like time wasted at the end of the day. The Star card. Knight of Crystals. Two of Swords. The person you're dealing with, they could be thinking, or you could be thinking maybe of searching outwards. And I think this comes from not being sure of how your partner will respond, or this could be the other person. They could also be in the energy of, I don't know if my Sag wants me, or Sag, you be like, I don't know if my person wants me. And they could be dealing with another person. And it's kind of like, clarify the Knight of Crystals, Ten of Cups. If they are dealing with somebody, they're obviously not happy because it's the Ten of Cups and the Four of Crystals in reverse. So if somebody is out there dealing with somebody else, that's not where they want to be. That's why I'm telling you, it doesn't matter because you both want this to work. It's like, it's very clear it's a peace treaty because what I see in my head is two people walking together, walking towards each other to settle it. It's not like one person has to go chase the other. Like, it's mutual. You both want this to work. So if you're thinking like, oh, well, I don't know, my person could be over there with somebody else being happy, they're not. And your person might not be approaching you because they might be thinking, damn, Sag is with somebody and they're happy. And I don't think you are because it's obviously you want to make this work too. So long story short, I definitely see it working out though. But somebody got to make a move. That's why tarot is just so great because it's like you already got the answer. So it's like you don't got to sit up and be like, oh my God, I don't know if I should say something. Well, now you know. Now you know your person's on the same page. So you shouldn't have too many fears of saying something. All right, Sag, your finances. Sorry, I don't know what the hell that is. Oh, it's probably somebody trying to plow the snow outside. It's a snowstorm outside right now. Anyways, what is coming towards the finances of Sagittarius for the rest of January? Page of Swords. Make sure you're not spending money on nobody not worthy of it. Page of Swords. Make sure you spend your money on you. I think that's important to say for some reason. Yeah, Five of Pentacles. So be careful how you spend your money. Make sure you, like, I feel like at the end of the day, let's say you run out of money, you low on money, you tight. I would feel so much better about saying I wasted my money buying shit for me versus, oh, I'm wasting money on somebody else. Like, fuck that. You know, if you're gonna fuck up your money, at least fuck it up on you. So be careful who you spend time wasting money on. Death card. I do see this coming to an end though. Definitely, guys, if you didn't watch my daily tarot tea for today, you definitely should for the one for January 17th, because I talked about in the beginning how I feel like it had to do with money. Like, you might give somebody money, but it's like, well, if somebody is always reaching out to you and they're making sure you good, if you need anything, you can call them. And if they ask you for money, that makes sense to give them money. But the person who you ain't heard from for months, who hit you up like, hey, can I borrow? Well, nah. You know, it's like, just think about who you give your money to. But I see that coming to an end with the Death card. Justice. I think you're going to learn how to use your money more fairly, which is good. So more balance in how you use your money this month. The Sun card in reverse. Now, this could come from a loss of money, okay? I'll clarify and we'll see. The Emperor in reverse. And we have the Nine of Cups. Okay, so yeah, I think you actually are going to start to be more selfish. I think the way this is set up, I feel like you might go through a strenuous time with money in the rest of January. But then you're going to start to change how you do this with the Emperor in reverse. I feel like that makes you feel powerless. Well, nobody likes to go without money. And you guys are also a fire sign. So I feel like it's just like nobody likes to be without money. You know, you feel powerless. You have to ask people for stuff. You can't do what you want to do. And I feel like that's why this is going to come to an end. You're going to get more balance and be more stable. Look how happy they are. Okay. And you might get rid of people who might constantly ask you for money. If you get rid of the person who always, you know, popping about the blue, asking you for money, and they're not there any longer because you shut that shit down, you could be happier because you can spend your money on you. That's what I'm saying. Like, I would feel better losing money because I was wasting it on me versus wasting on somebody else who not going to even have my back now that I need something, you know? All right, Nine of Swords. Yeah, so you might have wasted your money on somebody or could waste your money on somebody. That's what I'm saying. Keep your money to yourself, because this Page of Swords energy, it could be a feminine energy who might ask you for money, or you just don't waste your money on somebody. The Death card, the Judgment. You're going to make the right call. You're going to stop doing this. You're going to stop spending money on people who don't deserve it. The Justice. We got the Four of Wands. Come on now. King of Swords. You're going to speak your mind until you know, bitch, I'm not giving you my money. Yeah, good. You shouldn't. You shouldn't. Like, it's like somebody is just kind of a moocher. I can't remember who I was just telling this to yesterday, but I was also saying this to somebody else in a reading. Like, the Sun card, we got the Ace of Cups. You're gonna learn. You're gonna learn from your mistakes, which is great. And I don't feel like it's gonna happen again. Queen of Wands. Two of Swords. You might find out somebody, well, I mean, I feel like that was already obvious. Somebody only wants to use you for your money. I just said if somebody only hits you up every once in a while, every three months, you know, your cousin hit you up that don't never check on you, or just somebody like, hey, you got $20 from, like, you're gonna be like, hold on. You only hit me up for money. Like, you never ask how I'm doing. You know, you never care about me. Like, you're gonna, if you haven't come to that realization already, you will. And it might be kind of heartbreaking. Like, damn, I thought, you know, this person cared about me. They don't even care about me. They just use me for money, okay? So, if you don't waste your money on nobody this month, Sag, you don't have to worry about being short on money. I'll say that. But I think you're just going to learn how to use your money differently. All right. So, into my Oracle portion. This is my, well, damn. Oracle Unicorns. Oracle. What? This is my Oracle of Unicorns cards. So let's see. Delight. Count your blessings and enjoy. Take pleasure in simple things. Always expect the best. And I feel like, Sag, I was telling you guys this in yesterday's Daily Tarot Tea, which was the 16th. Good things could be coming towards you, but you might be setting too big of goals that you can't appreciate it. So make sure you appreciate everything that comes towards you. If you get some money, use it for you and be happy. Stack your money up and don't worry about helping others right now, okay? But like I said, if it's somebody who always makes sure you good, that's different. If it's somebody who just comes around every once in a while to mooch off you, you gotta pay them dust. Yeah. And this is also, always expect the best. I was talking to my couples, Sagittarius couples reading. Expect the best out of things. I know you might be wondering what your partner is thinking if you guys are in conflict right now. But it will expect the best, okay? So your Oracle card here is Fire. And that is interesting because you guys are a fire sign. So let's see. Okay, it says, as one of the 4 physical elements, fire brings us inspiration, creativity, and focus, while also being associated with the masculine properties of strength and life force. This card can indicate a powerful time of transformation and create energy. So yeah, I was also talking about in the general message about like the rebirth. I'm so sorry if it's loud outside. I was talking about like the rebirth. So this could be like the transformation that you're going through. Stepping into that. I was picking up like masculine energy. So like that Emperor that I was telling you about. Just more masculine things. You can even be a female and still have like masculine. Everybody has masculine and feminine energy in them. Like for myself, I am obviously a female, but I have I'm more masculine. I'm like 72% masculine compared to feminine. So you can still have a lot of masculine energy and like not be a male. Just so you guys know. That does not shock me that I have a lot of masculine energy. Anyways, I'm going to do this. Okay. Sag, your cards is like, I can't even talk. I'm doing the Shaman's Dream Oracle deck. I like these cards because these are deeper cards. They have a lot of deeper messages in them. So, yours says, Lay of the Land, Ancestral Wisdom, number 34. Okay. I have never seen this one before, so let's see what the message is. Because y'all cards are shouting, so this is obviously an important message. And I did pull a lot of oracle cards for you guys. I usually only pull like 2 of them. I got 2 more to pull, but I don't know. I feel like I should give you guys a lot of oracles. So it says, Lay of the Land, Past Lessons, Being Well Informed, Ancestral Wisdom. All right, so it says, there are times where you're meant to discover and explore new terrain in your life, even to be a part of a wave of change. This is one of those times in which you're contemplating is perhaps new to you, but others have laid well-worn paths and left wisdom for you to rely and reflect upon. This is so you have a better understanding of the potentials and possible pitfalls on your journey. When you know the lay of the land, you're better able to fully experience what is being offered to you. This is a wonderful time to seek a mentor or good advice from an expert or elder. That way you will be able to meet life's opportunities and challenges well informed. Knowing you have a map, now you can be curious about what else is here. This is a path that promises success in all areas. Where others before you have dared to tread, you will discover the treasure they have left behind for you to make your own. This is a deep message. Okay, I'm very spiritual, so I do interact with my ancestral spirit guides all the damn time. And I just think this is kind of beautiful. So somebody, obviously, and you can see the way your cards jumped out, somebody really wants to let you know, like, and I talked about those insecurities, you need to just go for things. Like, I feel like something about your insecurities is kind of swaying you away from a good path. And I was saying that, like, when you have insecurities, it can stop you from doing a lot of things. And when you let go of those things, you just be more free and you go about it, you step into that fire energy and you just do, you can discover a lot of things about the world and yourself. And that's kind of what your ancestors want you to know. Like, you have the lay of the land. And I was telling you guys in one of these daily tarot teas that somebody wants to offer advice to you. And you might be looking at them like, but look at your life. Like, that's not how I want my life. But it's more about do as I say, not as I do. It's like they've been or they done that, and they have to offer you some wisdom. Also, I was gone for about 2 weeks, but I was still like trying to pull cards and get some messages, but I just couldn't get like my camera and stuff up. So a lot of those videos you guys never got to see. I do want to say for Sagittarius, I do remember specifically a clear message about pay attention to who you receive advice from. Somebody's offering you advice, wisdom. These are like wise words that, have some meanings to them. Okay. So that message definitely came across. It is 1:11 now. So these numbers keep coming up for you guys because I want to say during your daily tarot tea it was 11:11. So that might be an angel number for you guys to think about. 11:11. Make a wish, because it feels like there's a pathway, obviously, that you're being pushed towards, but you have to come out of those insecurities to get to it. Okay. This was interesting. This is why I told you guys I really love this deck, these oracle cards, because they're very deep messages. I usually like to do those more towards the end. Like, these other ones are just kind of lighter cards, but I like to really do those towards the end because those are typically the big messages that you guys should hear. So if you take anything away from this reading, definitely take away that card. Okay, I'm gonna take that one. Oh, your cards are jumping, man. I'm gonna be so sorry if they fall on the floor. But anyways, yes, guys, there's a lot of things that you guys are going through. So I do offer personal readings right now. If you want to book a personal reading, you can go to my website, atarotwitht.com. Let me get one more card. You Y'all ancestors is going hard in the paint today. Sheesh. So I do offer personal readings. If you want to go to atarotwitht.com, go under bookings, you can book a reading, because I would love to offer you guys some advice on how to kind of navigate through this and everything that you're going through, because it sounds very interesting. I know I personally have gotten tons of readings on it, like how to overcome my insecurities and stuff like that and work past them. So if you ever want any advice, feel free to go book a reading. Information will be below, okay? All right, let's see. Cycles, repeated patterns, learn to break free. And I feel like that's what you're getting towards, especially when I talked about money. So I feel like you are going to break free towards that and just enjoying yourself. And hopefully coming out of like these insecurities, this cycle. Sugarcoat, superficial expressions, not all that's caked up to be. Okay. It's interesting. And I feel like this could be somebody, this could be like back to the money. Somebody who always wants money from you. They might like sugarcoat shit. Chaos, trauma, drama, fights, arguments. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. When you start to shut people out, you can cause a lot of this. But that's about what's like step. And you know what? Sagittarius speak their fucking minds. If anything y'all do, y'all speak your minds as a trait of you that you guys possess. And I think, I want to say the King of Swords came out with that. So I feel you guys are going to speak your mind, and that could cause some issues, especially when somebody needs some money and they're used to you giving, and you say no. It can cause some issues. So please be aware of that. Snake, sneaky lies, betrayal, bad news. Okay, I feel like it still has to do with that. And then loyal, trustworthy, reliable, honors you. So I did talk about, this was with my singles. I talked about somebody very warm wanting to present to you, and then somebody cold who wants to kind of take from you. Also, I talked about if you're going to give to people, make sure you're giving to the right people, the people who you can rely on and trust and to be there for you, okay? Alright, so to wrap things up, I'm just going to give you some self-love oracle cards, especially Sag, because you guys are you know, going through some insecurity battles right now. So let's see. It says, wrap your arms around yourself as best as you can and squeeze. So you're giving yourself a hug. Okay? So just give yourself a beautiful hug, a nice tight hug. Put this down here. All right. Sagittarius, this was a good reading. A lot of things overcoming, definitely transformations, a lot of transformations. These are tough, but it's like a rebirth, and you come out on the other side being a better woman or a better man, and that's what it's all about, okay? So if you guys resonate with this, feel free to comment below. I love to chit chat with you all. If you want to get a personal reading, my information is below. Make sure you like this video and share with other Sag or people who have Sag placements. You want to subscribe and hit that notification bell, because I post those daily tarot teas every day, and I've been picking up on this energy. So if you want some guided advice every day, just go ahead and watch me, because I do post those. Guys, that's all I have for you all. Until next time, bye.